something wrong when the government can come into a person's home and drag their children out based on an anonymous phone call, and they're just taken away for months until one of them dies.
Earlier this month, we brought you the story of a Harker Heights mother who lost her son after he was brought into CPS custody for just 6 weeks.
Her loss unimaginable, but could it have all been prevented? In-depth reporter Leah Joseph is here and digging into that.
Todd, an anonymous tip to CPS about abuse and drug use led to Leah Joseph's children being taken away in September of last year. Despite her lawyer saying she passed 6 drug tests and the children showed no signs of abuse, they still spent roughly 6 weeks in a foster home where her 2-year-old passed away from a respiratory illness. While CPS is unable to comment due to the active investigation, a new law going into effect in September could have changed the whole situation.
The most unreliable reports by far, the kind that are almost never true, are the ones that are called in anonymously.
A new law in Texas would change how people could call in child abuse. HB 60 would allow for confidential reporting where the child and family still don't know who calls it in, but it's not completely anonymous.
They are confidential reports. Child Protective Services knows. So, for example, they can ask more questions. They can call back. They can see what's behind this report to see if it's legitimate.
It's just one of the many changes coming to the state's Child Protective Services.
The new laws are first steps in the direction of making children safer.
HB 730 would require families are given a Miranda warning style readout of their rights before CPS enters their home. SB 2120 creates a contract defender program, which would pair low-income parents with publicly funded private attorneys. And finally, HB 1087 would require judges to document the reasonable attempts at preventing removing a child from their homes.
Those are important steps. They're just baby steps along the way of much more that needs to happen.
Ellen Detleff is a co-founder of the Upend movement. It started in Houston and has pushed for the state to adopt a more community-based child protection services statewide.
What I would like to see is a system where families and communities have more responsibility for taking care of their own.
According to the Children's Bureau, 62% of the children taken away from home is due to neglect. This is defined in the foster system as going without basic needs, lack of food, or medical care.
Children who are living in poverty, children whose parents are struggling to meet their needs, taking those children away from their parents is not help.
Children who grew up in the foster system are at a higher risk for drug and alcohol abuse, depression, anxiety, and ending up in juvenile detention. Detleff says children who do not have a safety risk, such as abuse or assault, could benefit from a more community-based system.
Think of your family, the larger extended family network of people that you love and care about, and imagine that a child in that family is harmed. What would you want to happen? Would you want to get together as a family, as a community, as a network of people who love and care about each other and figure out what should happen to protect that child from harm? Or would you want the government to take that child away from you and figure it out for them?
These advocates say each time they hear a story with a heartbreaking ending such as the Josephs' families, it makes them want to fight even harder for change. There's no telling what the outcome would have been if their ideas were implemented, but they hope to help many more Texas children in the future. Alicia Nespreto, 25 News.
Now, certain regions of Texas have already made the switch to a community-based system. Waco is next in line for that. The goal is to move to community care by 2025. Just last month, a Kansas-based St. Francis Ministries visited the area to share their vision. The group is already working with foster cares in other parts of Texas, including Lubbock. They say it's going well, and they're hopeful to bring their approach to Waco.
We're really looking forward to see how the Waco community responds, McLennan County, how that area responds. It's really a community-driven system. It's about them, right? It's about your community taking ownership in what truthfully is theirs to begin with, and us just being a vessel to help support that.
The new system would essentially put a private contractor in charge of placements, taking that responsibility away from the state.